Sì? Vogliamo dire qualcosa?
Hello everywhere.
Hello everywhere. Non lo
Okay.
dicevo da tanto tempo.
Today we've decided to take a break from the garden and get out and do something different. So we've driven to FORTE DEI MARMI.
Sì,
FORTE DEI MARMI.
sì.
And we're now in a woods.
Sì, tanto per cambiare. Siamo in un posto di mare, ma siamo venuti nel bosco, nel posto di mare.
Yeah, we just quickly stopped off here so the dogs could have a quick walk, and now we're going into the centre and going to explore. Have you been to FORTE DEI MARMI before?
Never.
No, nor have I. So it's a new place for us both to visit. I've wanted to come here for ages. I'm just really curious.
Sì, ho dimenticato di dirvi, il famosissimo marmo bianco di Carrara viene da qui, da questa zona qui,
Yeah,
da
in
Forte
fact,
dei Marmi.
driving in, we already saw some marble, you want to call them factories? Marble
Sì.
resellers? Yeah, yeah.
Sì, ne abbiamo visto un sacco lungo la strada venendo.
Yeah. Anyhow, we're going to head into the centre, we're going to have a wander around. I've seen that there's a big pier, but I don't know if you can walk on it or not, but hopefully you can. And I'm really looking forward to some seaside lunch as well. Okay, we've just parked right in the centre of town. This is one of the beach club entrances. Still haven't seen the sea.
Queste sono le piante che dovremmo mettere vicino alla piscina. Piante che non hanno bisogno di troppa acqua, crescono, sono belle. Poi ce l'abbiamo al Positano. L'hai riconosciuta?
Sì.
Ma anche quelle sono molto belle.
Ah, these orange blossoms smell incredible. Ah, it's beautiful. Carlos just told me it's not an orange, it's a pitospero, which I've just had to Google, which is a Japanese cheesewood or a mock orange. It looks like orange, but it's actually smaller leaves and the flowers are completely different. It smells amazing though.
È bellissimo, guarda che bella pianta. Mi faccio un po' più indietro per farla vedere. È proprio bella. Ma guardate il tronco.
Anyway, I found the pier there, so let's go and see if we can walk on it.
Ok.
So Carlos immediately found somebody to chat to, and of course the conversation we're having is about the fact that all of the beach here is closed off into private beach clubs, and there's basically no access anywhere. You just can't go onto the beach. I mean, it's all closed, and then all of these beach clubs are closed. It's very, very strange. Italy has such strong building laws, but then they allow people to take over the whole beach.
Adesso è uscito anche il sole, è una bella giornata.
Perfect.
Ci sono i surfisti lì. Stavo parlando con questa persona veramente simpatica e si parlava dell'accesso sulle spiagge, di come l'Italia sia in Europa un posto dove su qualche cosa ci sono delle problematiche, appunto andare in spiaggia dove vuoi tu. Non puoi. Ci sono questi ingressi dove tu devi pagare per avere accesso, oppure andare a trovare un passaggio pedonale libero come questo dove puoi andare. È una cosa che non piace a nessuno, sembra, ma purtroppo è così.
Yeah, it's really strange, especially for people coming from the US or Australia or the UK, where beaches are for everybody and they're open all year round, and you can walk on them, you can sit on them, and you can just go whenever you want. I mean, it's just part of nature, isn't it? So it's really weird to come somewhere like this and drive along the seafront road and not even see the sea, because it's all closed off with all of these beach club entrances that you can't even go into. I find it really, really weird, and I think it's quite a shame, because it's a lovely big beach, but it's all sectioned off. Apparently there's a free beach, as they call them, like a few kilometers down that way.
Sì, vabbè, ma adesso non vogliamo parlare di nuovo di questo, l'abbiamo fatto già moltissime volte. Ci godiamo solo il fatto che qui è davvero bello, c'è un bel mare anche, non è male.
I'm quite excited to see the town centre as well. From where we parked and just a little bit, which was only just up there, it looks really nice. It's supposed to be a really elegant town, Forte dei Marmi. I think it's got quite a lot of expensive shops, which I'm not interested in going into, but I'm just interested to see what it's like. It seems to be slightly different from other beach towns. Maybe it's like the Tuscan version of Capri. Anyhow, these surfers, I didn't know you could surf in Italy. This is the main street here behind me, I think. There's nobody around, it's completely deserted, because of course we've arrived at 1:45, so everything's shut, it's lunchtime, and it won't be open until probably about 3:30, 4 o'clock, which is a shame, but probably a relief for Carlo, which means he doesn't have to go into any shops.
Facciamo finta che stiamo per ordinare i dolci. Volevo farvi vedere tutto quello che ordinavamo, ma mentre Niki è andata in bagno un attimo, io ho mangiato praticamente tutta la focaccia. Ma solo perché che so che lei non l'avrebbe mangiata. Sì, è un posto... Abbiamo scelto questo dolce non solo per gli ingredienti, ma anche per il nome. Si chiama patatrak.
Now, if I remember rightly, it's got savoiardi, it's got apple, it's got cream caramel, it's got a special liqueur for cakes. It's got about 5 different things on it, so it sounds really interesting.
Ecco.
It looks really weird.
Fra qualche secondo sappiamo anche se è buono oppure no, dai. È buona? Ah, sono curioso adesso.
Yeah, the top's cream caramel.
Ok.
And the bottom's like sponge, but with fruit and wet stuff in it.
Yummy. Forse lo
This is what we need when Holly gets too old and she doesn't want to walk anymore. We need a bicycle like this with a basket on the back for her. We'll put a little blanket in there and then she can go for a ride.
Dobbiamo mettere un cuscino però.
Yeah. It is a warren of expensive shops here. So we've had lunch, we've had a wander around the town centre. What do we think of Forte dei Marmi? I think it's hard to say because it's obviously still off season here. It's incredibly quiet. There's just nobody around.
Tranne quando abbiamo mangiato al ristorante, i primi 15 minuti erano molto rumorosi.
Yeah, there was a lot going on at that restaurant. It was, I think, it was a weird time. They came and collected all the rubbish
Sì.
while we were sitting there. So there was a lorry and they were tipping all the glass bottles into the lorry, and that was incredibly noisy. And then another rubbish lorry came along and emptied some, and then they came and got all the wheelie bins and wheeled them all back into the restaurant, and that was noisy. And then the ambulance went past, and then there was the police
Sì.
arrived to move on somebody who was begging, and it was all very, very hectic. But
Sì.
other than that,
Solo 15 minuti, poi
Yeah.
è tornato il silenzio.
yeah, and other than that, it's really, really quiet here. It is a bit like Capri in the sense that there's all of the designer, expensive shops along lots of little grid-like streets, and it's all pedestrianised and it's very pretty. But a lot of the shops are closed because we're here in that siesta time. So between about 12:30, 1, and maybe 3:30, 4. I'm not really sure what the hours are here, but there's a lot of shops closed. So there's not many people around.
In realtà, proprio in questo momento, esattamente quando Niki ha detto che è un posto molto tranquillo e molto silenzioso, ci sono due persone dietro di noi, solo
Who
due.
are really, really noisy.
Sì, sì.
Yeah, keep shouting.
Quanto?
Ecco.
No, anch'io la lascio stare.
Anyhow.
Erano solo due persone, lo ripeto, due
yeah, it
persone.
sounded very noisy. What should we do now? Would you like to carry on walking around? Or are you fed up? Do you want to go
Possiamo
somewhere else?
continuare a andare in giro, però non ho detto io che cosa ne penso di questo posto. Quello che penso io di questo posto è un posto molto elegante, ci sono degli edifici bellissimi, un sacco di negozi molto costosi tipo Valentino, Gucci, Dior, non lo so, tanti, proprio tutti, non ho mai visto tanti tutti insieme, è su un'unica strada. È un posto molto elegante, molto bello, molto tranquillo, ma io preferisco per esempio Viareggio. Viareggio c'ha il porto, ci sono i cantieri navali, non lo so, mi piace di più.
Ok. Do you want to go to Viareggio now then?
No, era solo per far capire, sai, i miei gusti.
The next town along, so it's not far from here at all.
Sì, è qua vicino.
Okay, let's go and explore a bit more.
Forte dei Marmi was undeniably beautiful, elegant, immaculate, and full of charm. The streets were spotless, lined with lovely old buildings, decorative plants and flowers that made every corner feel carefully cared for. What I found most surprising, though, was that although we'd come expecting a day by the seaside, there was very little sense of the sea itself. Aside from our walk along the pier, you could hardly see it, smell it, or catch even the smallest glimpse of it from the town. So, if I'm honest, my craving for a proper day at the coast still hasn't quite been satisfied. That said, it was a lovely place to spend the day, peaceful and refined, and I can imagine it feels completely different in summer when it transforms into a lively resort town, even if the sea still keeps itself hidden.